Welcome back, everyone. Today we are looking at the final stop on my road trip, which is going to include Acadia National Park and the town next to it, Bar Harbor. So I had a great time during this road trip, and I'm really excited to end it with some beautiful views and some great hikes. So the evening before was a complete downpour into the morning, and it was pretty hot already, so the fog was pretty thick. The first hike that I did was the Bubbles. The Bubbles does connect to Jordan Pond, which you see here, and Jordan Pond's water is extremely clear. I mean, you can see it even with the thick fog. It was absolutely beautiful. On one side of the pond, you see here, they had these wooden planks that you walked on, and that was to help preserve the nature. As I came to an end of the Bubbles and Jordan Pond, it was about 5 miles total, so I was pretty exhausted. I finished up and I drove to the town Bar Harbor, where I passed Cobblestone Bridge. I thought that was really cute. I didn't take any footage of where I went to lunch, but it was called Side Street Cafe, where I got the haddock Reuben. And then I cruised downtown and got the blueberry basil ice cream from Mount Desert Ice Cream, which was phenomenal. And here I am just cruising around their downtown and their shops. Moving forward to dinner time, I went to Dry Dock and I got the mussels. Those were great. And the locals told me about a lighthouse that had beautiful views of a sunset. So I went, but it was extremely crowded and you couldn't even see the sunset. It was behind the trees in the lighthouse. So I left and I found a side street that had this dock, and I just walked down there. I was the only person down there, and I would have to say that those sunset views are incredible. Moving on to day 2, I started around 7 a.m. and I did the Beehive Trail. The Beehive Trail was fairly easy, even though it does have these metal rods that you walk across. I also did Angel's Landing in Zion National Park, and I feel like this hike had nothing on it. So don't let the metal rods intimidate you. You can do this. The views at the top were so beautiful. You saw the entire coastline, and when I was finished the Beehive, I actually did a connecting mountain, which was the Gorham Trail, and that took me down to Ocean Pathway. And you're about to see some cliffs that I saw that I walked out onto that were absolutely beautiful, followed by Thunder Hole. After visiting Thunder Hole, I made my way to Sand Beach to relax, and then Jordan Pond House for lunch. One of the things that I really wanted to do that I would recommend trying to do while you're there is seeing the sunrise at Cadillac Mountain. Unfortunately, you do have to purchase tickets to see the sunrise, and they sell 90% of their tickets, I want to say 3 months in advance, and then the other 10% of their tickets go on sale 2 days before the day you want to see the sunrise at 9 a.m. But I tried doing it, and I think because of everyone being on it, your phone just glitches and it's almost impossible to get tickets. So unfortunately, I did not get tickets for it. You can hike up Cadillac Mountain. From what I read on All Trails, it is about a 2-hour hike. But I personally have never hiked alone in the dark, and I didn't feel like that was just something I was prepared for in that moment. Sunrise at Cadillac Mountain is one of the first sunrises that you see across our country. So it's super early. I want to say sunrise is at, I think it's at like 5, but they recommend that you get there obviously, you know, 30 to 45 minutes early because that's when, you know, it's rising and you can kind of see it starting to come up, which would have meant like hiking at 2 in the morning. And I don't know. It'll happen sometime. It will happen. It just did not happen this time, unfortunately. As far as parking in that area, you do have to pay to park everywhere in Bar Harbor. I didn't find a single side street. They have these signs that say permit parking only on every single street. And then the streets that you are allowed to park at, you have to use the Park Mobile app and just pay per hour every time you're there. And then Acadia National Park is free to park at, however, no overnight parking. So I could have probably just parked my car at a trailhead and slept there, but I just backtracked to the closest town with a Walmart, which was about 15 minutes, and I slept there both nights, and it was filled with camper vans and cars and other people that are just car camping. So I would say it was really safe, it was comforting, and it was a cute little town right outside of Acadia. There you have some of my favorite hikes that I did, as well as tips on some great restaurants to go to while you're in Acadia National Park and Bar Harbor. Now all that's left is the drive home. So I plan to stop off in Portland, Maine to grab a few brews from Austin Street Brewery and then just kind of cruise on home. I really hope you guys enjoyed following my road trip. That is a wrap for now. However, that's not a wrap on just my traveling and the things that I do in my life. So if you want to continue to see more traveling, if you want to continue to see some of the music festivals that I go to, as well as the van conversion that my partner and I are working on, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So until next time.